much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions regarding your career plans, pre-pandemic, now post-pandemic. If you are interested in applying to any internships, what your steps are for doing that. And yeah, so where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Arizona State University.
Oh, congratulations. What did you major in?
I majored in early education with a minor in special education.
Oh, wonderful. I also did similar. I did liberal studies in education, so very similar.
Very similar.
So what were your plans before the pandemic and your ideal career plan?
Yeah, so my original plan was to start working at a school, preferably as an aide in a classroom, working with special education, going through that, and kind of just work my way up through there and then go to grad school. However, schools aren't open right now, so can't do that.
Unfortunately. So where were you planning to go to grad school at?
I was planning anywhere. I really had no like distinct school that I wanted to go to. Kind of just apply everywhere, anywhere with a really good education program.
So what is the guidelines for education programs and masters? Do you need to get hours before? Do you have to have good letters of recommendation? Because every master's program is different.
Pretty much all of the above. Everything that I've looked at for early education, I mean, you definitely need your hours in classrooms.
So now that grad schools are going to be remote learning for the foreseeable future, are you still interested in going to grad school? Are you wanting to push that back, your start date? What are your ideas now in the COVID era of grad school?
I'm still interested in going to grad school. If anything, I kind of want to do it more now, just because, I mean, everything got pushed back so much, so of course I'm gonna have to kind of like up my plan a little bit. But I would love to start working for internships now, just to get my hours in, to get experience while I'm waiting in this pandemic. I'm also looking into opportunities for like tutoring. I know a lot of people who do have kids who are in special education and need someone to kind of help them out a little bit at home with their schooling.
Since everything is going to be online learning for children as well.
And so many people like can't make the trip due to COVID to help their normal students. So I've seen a lot of moms, you know, like on Facebook pages or like moms that my mom knows and they need help. So I'm very interested in kind of like getting into the field that way.
Facebook pages are one way that you have seen job opportunities in this pandemic. Okay, have there been any other places that you've decided to look for internships or job opportunities?
I haven't looked so much recently, mostly just like around like the people I know. So my mom who like volunteers for my little sister's school, so they know so many people and so many connections. So they know so many kids who need help right now and that are really looking for those.
So what are your career plans now? The realistic career plans and your career moves, and because unfortunately schools are not open and they will not be open probably until the next academic school year.
So I mean, definitely doing the tutoring, kind of just waiting it out to kind of see where we can go from here. Maybe do a TFL program, which was another one of my options.
The TEFL program.
So you can teach English abroad. They're also doing online now, so you can kind of teach online overseas. So kind of interested in doing that. Maybe that'll give me more experience instead of waiting for schools to open back up and do that in school.
That is a great opportunity, especially since it is remote learning and online learning, so you don't have to worry about traveling or having transportation.
Exactly. And especially since schools aren't open right now, it's a very good opportunity to kind of get a feel of like how a classroom could possibly be.
So you seem to have a great mindset. You seem to, even though your previous plans did completely just go down the drain, you do now have a new plan A, B, and C. How do you think you have been able to keep such a positive mindset and really focus on your goals and create new goals during this pandemic?
I mean, being in a pandemic and being in quarantine, you really have no choice but to, you know, kind of think about your future and like kind of start planning. And I mean, once COVID happened and we knew we were going to be in quarantine for a while, I kind of got to thinking like, okay, so like my whole life is going to just kind of be put on pause right now. Because I mean, being a teacher and you don't have a classroom, it's a little hard, especially when you're brand new and you're trying to get your foot out there.
Exactly.
So it's just been kind of like doing all sorts of research, like seeing who needs help and where they need help, and like what internships I can do from home, and how I can teach from home. More of just trying to see what I can do from here now, and then once everything clears up, maybe I'll have my foot in the door and I can go through that once COVID ends and we can all go back to some sort of normalcy.
Whatever normal is going to be.
Exactly.
Right, literally. So do you like your new plan A, or do you wish you could still adopt your old plan A? How are you with that?
Going for my original plan, of course, I would love to have had that. I mean, it was a solid plan. I had everything figured out. So kind of being thrown out of that and kind of having to recreate my plan. I'm happy with it still.
Of course.
So I'm kind of finding the positive and like, okay, maybe this could be better, and maybe this could be a different kind of learning experience for myself.
Exactly. So one last question for you. What do you think you have learned the most in these last 4 months in quarantine regarding your career path, your career goals? And do you want to continue working in the education system, even though it will be changed for the foreseeable future and probably forever?
I mean, I definitely have hope that maybe the education system will grow a little bit more from this. I mean, we've seen kids not having to take standardized testing or SATs or very unnecessary like problems that were in the education system that are now being removed. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe this will be a better opportunity after COVID, and there won't be so much pressure on students, and maybe we can rework the education system itself.
Exactly.
So hopefully it'll all come out positively for everyone
in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
We can hope.
Yes.